Brown going through his warm-up tosses, making his 9th start. No record, an ERA of 1.88. 28 and 2/3 he's thrown, giving up 20 hits, 9 runs, 6 earned. And he struck out 37. It's 12th most in the league, and walked 13 as Adrian Plasencia will step to the plate. Plasencia playing at second base, switch hitter, batting from the left side, hitting .267, 6 homers and 25 RBI, 6th in the league with homers, and 9th in ribbies as the first pitch from Brown is outside on a fastball for ball 1. Our first pitch brought to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Sign up to be a UPS Store baseball buddy at any participating UPS store this summer. Baseball buddies went out with the players today, in fact, as the next offering swung on and missed upstairs by Plasencia. And then it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Plasencia 4 for 12 in the series, hitting .333, a homer and 4 RBI. Pitch swung on and missed as Brown, another fastball by him, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCade Brown, 6'6", 225-pound right-hander. Now, University of Indiana, 3rd-round pick in 2021, coming off Tommy John surgery. 3 pitchers on the Indian staff coming back. Jordy Vargas, last night's starter, as well as Francis Rivera, the reliever, as the pitch is just missing inside at the knees. Fans not too keen on that ball call from the home plate umpire, as it's level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Perez up towards the middle of the diamond. It's short as the 2-2 to Plasencia, and that one ruled high, and it's 3-2. 95 on that fastball from Brown. Ryan Nicholson on deck, and then Ben Goebel, top 3 in the Tri-City order, as the 3-2 delivery right down the heart of the plate, and Plasencia caught looking. He's not keen on that call, but boy, that sure looked like a good pitch from up here. We're right above home plate, and Plasencia called out on strikes, and our first Divine strikeout of the ball game. Every strikeout brought to you by Divine's Towing and Automotive Service with a Halo. So McCade Brown, strikeout number 38 on the season, as the first pitch to Ryan Nicholson is outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Nicholson hitting .270. That's 11th best average in the league. He's got 5 homers, 17 RBI, 1-0 pitch, check swing, and he fouls it off into the screen behind home plate. It's still 1-1 to Nicholson. Tied for 11th in homers as well. He's second in on-base percentage at .440. His 35 walks, a big reason why. It's second most in the league as the pitch low and outside from Brown. 2 balls and 1 strike to the left-handed batting first baseman Ryan Nicholson. 3 for 11 in this series. Nicholson with a pair of runs scored thus far. 2-1 delivery, and that breaking ball low and inside, and Brown finds himself down 3 balls and 1 strike. Breeze kicking up, blowing a little bit out towards right field. Not a whole lot of wind, but enough to move the flag off the pole. 3-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off at home plate by Nicholson, and it's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Just underway, nobody on, 1 out. Top of the first inning. And these two clubs in meeting number 5 of this series. They've split the first 2 games. In their 6-game series in Pasco, they split those 6, going 3-3. 3-2 pitch, and ruled high, as Nicholson will draw his 36th walk. I mentioned that's second most in the league. He'll head down to first base. Ben Goebel, third baseman, batting .265. 3 homers, 16 RBI this season. 6 for 18 against the Indians this series. Has knocked in a pair of runs and scored 1. First pitch popped in the air out into right field. Andrews moving in. He's gone it, and he'll make the catch. Goebel flies out to right. And there's 2 down for the Dust Devils in their half of the first inning. First pitch swinging. Popped that one straight out. Matt Kootenai, the DH, will now step in. Kootenai hitting .250. He's got 4 homers and 9 runs batted in on the season. 3 for 8 with an RBI against the Indians in the first 4 games. Pitch is swung on and missed on a high fastball. And that leaves it no balls and 1 strike. Kootenai in his second year with the Dust Devils. Alberta native. 10th round pick out of Old Dominion by the Angels. Brown sets, and the right-hander's pitch is a fastball high and away, and it's 1-1 strike. Nicholson, the runner, down at first base with 2 out. Top of the first inning. Trevor Knight, first base coach, with a word of instruction as the pitch to Kootenai swung on, fouled out of the mitt of Messina. That'll leave it 1-2 strikes. Dan Billardello, first-year manager with the Dust Devils, a long-time minor league manager. He's down at third base. He was teammates with Jack Howe, the former manager here in Tri-Cities. Teammate in San Diego back in the early 90s as the pitch is a fastball high, and it's 2 strikes to Matt Kootenai. Runner at first with 2 out. 2-2 the count to Kootenai. Devin Tucker, the second baseman, in at the hole. First baseman Condon holding the runner as the 2-2 delivery, breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. Beautiful curveball there coming from Brown as he freezes Kootenai for his second divine strikeout and the final out here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left. We go to the bottom of the first. Tri-City nothing. The Indians coming to bat. Top half of the second inning. Scoreless game between the Indians and the Dust Devils. McCade Brown, the right-hander, facing the 5, 6, and 7 batters in the Tri-City order. Randy DeJesus, right-handed batting right fielder, will start things off. Batting .223 this season, is 5 homers, 11th best in the league, 18 RBI. 4 for 14 in this series. He's hit a pair of homers, knocked in 4 runs, and scored 3. As the first pitch from Brown rolled outside on a fastball, and it's 1 no strikes. DeJesus, he struck out 46 times, that's 7th most in the league. Brown pitch swung on and missed, and DeJesus never cheated on a swing. 1 strike. He's a big kid, 6'4", 240, out of the Dominican Republic, signed in 2022 by the Angels organization. One strike. DeJesus leading it off here in the second in a scoreless game. Fastball outside from Brown. 2 strike. Yesterday, DeJesus knocked in a run with a double his first at-bat. Later came around to score. He homered in games 2 and 3 in this series as the slider outside from Brown. And now to run it to 3 strike. Anthony School, the center fielder, on deck, and then left fielder Rio Foster. 5 through 7 in the Tri-City order. 3-1 from Brown, swung on, fouled back by DeJesus into the screen. That'll leave it full, 3 strikes. Brown, payoff pitch, swung on, fouled back over on the first base side. And now keep it full at 3 strikes. Everett, their lead cut to 3-2 over Hillsborough. That's in the top of the 6th inning as they play that game in Hillsborough. Hillsborough just scored 2 runs in the 5th as the pitch swung on and missed. And Brown picks up his 3rd divine strikeout of the game. And there's 1 up and 1 down for the Dust Devils in their half of the second. That certainly had some mustard behind it. Mid-90s fastball as brings up Anthony School, left-handed batting center fielder, hitting .197. He's got 3 homers, 11 RBI on the season. First pitch from Brown showing bunt is School, and that pitch just missing outside, and it's ball 1. School 1 for 13 in this series between the Indians and the Dust Devils. School did not play in last night's ball game, got his lone hit in game 3 as the pitch is swung on and fouled off. And it's 1 strike to the left-handed batting outfielder. Nobody on, 1 out. As the 1-1 swung on and missed. Good change there coming from Brown. That pitch so effective, as hard as he throws. And that, to me, you got a guy that can get some major velocity on a pitch. A changeup is the most valuable pitch he can pick up. because as hard as that fastball comes in, you throw something that's 10 miles an hour or less, it looks like it's just floating up there. Throws the timing way off. 1-2 pitch is fouled straight back into the screen by School. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. Breaking ball, check swing, and he went around, and School down on strikes. Second straight divine strikeout of the inning for McCade Brown. That's his 4th of the ball game, and there's 2 up and 2 down for the Dust Devils in their half of the second. We told you Everett leading Hillsborough 3-2 in the top of the 6th. Vancouver just put up 4 in the second inning. They lead at Eugene 5-0 going to the bottom of the second inning. And at the plate, Rio Foster had a big ball game yesterday. Looks at a first pitch fastball for a strike. 98 on that fastball, and it's 0-1. Foster, 4-hit day yesterday, first of his career. He's 5 for 12 now in the series. Breaking ball. Ooh, just missing as that floated across, ruled high. 0-1 the count, or 1-1 the count to Foster. Has a homer and 10 RBI. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Boy, that breaking ball, and Foster extended himself so much he just went down to a knee trying to get that slider out and away from him, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I have Cole Messina behind the plate, and Brown, I'm filing that pitch away if you need it here in a pitch or two. He wasn't even close to that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Foster frozen, and Brown comes out and strikes out the side here in the top half of the second inning. 3 up and 3 down. We head to the bottom of the second. Tri-City nothing, the Indians nothing. Welcome back, everyone. Top half of the third inning. Indians and the Dust Devils scoreless. The right-hander McCade Brown facing the 8, 9, and 1 batters in the Tri-City order. Shortstop Errol Vera will start things off. He's hitting 200, has a pair of homers and 8 RBI this year. 1 for 8 in this series. Vera has knocked in a run and scored a run. McCade Brown, he has struck out 5 through 2 innings as the right-hander's first pitch is a fastball up and in, and it's ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Allison Wilkie, a store owner with the UPS store. How many UPS stores do you own?
I have 5 in the area.
Wow.
There are several of us that own a number of stores, and I think we've got 9 stores in the Spokane area.
Well, and you've got the majority of them, if I do my math correctly. Is that ground ball to Skylar Messenger from Vera? He's thrown out at first base, 1 up and 1 down for the Dust Devils here in their half of the third of a scoreless game. Peter Burns, left-handed batting catcher. He's batting 214 on the year, has a homer and 3 RBI. Has not played in this series as of yet. First game out, he went 1 for 3 in the final game of the series in Pasco in his only other appearance against the Indians this season. As Brown's first pitch is inside, nearly got him, and it's ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So you were telling me 15 years. What got you into it to begin with?
We were drawn to the area first, and it was just such a beautiful part of the country that we wanted to come and live here, so we had to kind of figure out a way to make a living and be able to raise our kids here. And owning a UPS store seemed like a kind of fun thing to do. You get to talk to people all day and see people and be part of a community. It's been a great choice. We've been very happy with it.
Well, I was going to say, 5 stores, that sounds like it's been going very well for you. I was going to say, you probably find consistent customers as well.
Yeah.
Probably the same people that are coming in on a regular basis. As the pitch to Burns is a check swing. Did he go around? Did not. As that pitch out of the zone, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So, UPS store, proud sponsor of the Indians. Thank you for that.
You guys have been a great partner for us. We love our sponsorship with the Indians. It's a great way to be a part of feeling like a local a local institution.
Well, no question. I talk about the UPS store every day. Our first pitch is brought to you by the UPS store.
Yeah.
As the baseball buddies were out today, and certainly that's always a thrill for the kids as the pitch from Brown misses. Fills the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander's payoff pitch, swung on and fouled straight back by Burns, and it's still 3 balls and 2 strikes. So where'd you locate from when you came to Spokane?
I grew up in Colorado, but I had been living in England. My husband is English.
Okay.
So this is, in fact, where he saw his first baseball game, is here in this stadium.
That's awesome. We're in Colorado.
Boulder.
Boulder. Okay.
Yeah.
Fort Collins kid right here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Proud Fort Collins High School Lambkin and Colorado State grad. So.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I tell people my mascot, and people just look at me kind of cross-eyed, go, "What's a lambkin?" I said, "It's a baby lamb. They're not very fierce, but they're very cuddly." 3 balls and 2 strikes the count as the pitch high and outside from Brown, and he issues his second walk of the ball game. As that will put Burns on with 1 out, and Adrian Placencia, the leadoff batter, comes to the plate. Placencia caught looking on strike 3, his first time up. Now, where's your husband from in England?
He is from the northwest of England near Liverpool.
Okay.
So I learned to be a fan of Liverpool football, as they say, football team.
Yes.
And he learned baseball. So, you know.
A fair exchange, I think.
Exactly.
As the pitch high and outside. I went to school in England my sophomore year. I got a history exchange program, as Messina now going to go out and talk with McCade Brown. University of London and Colorado State had a history exchange program that my English history professor, Henry Weiser, brought it to my attention. I looked at how much it cost. That, well, there's no way. But my mom somehow put it together where I was able to go. Life-altering experience going to school in Britain for that semester. And it changed my life. It honestly changed my life. I loved London. It's still my favorite city on the planet. As the pitch to Placencia swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. I spent more time in the London theater than I care to admit.
But yes, when I was a student there as well. That's because it was so cheap.
Yes.
You could go and see things all the time.
Literally, you could go in for a quid or two, depending on the performance, and watch brilliant theater. As the curveball over for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's the first time I saw Amadeus.
Oh, wow.
Was in the theater.
Yeah.
And I saw Cats when it was first out.
Oh, that's really
now
cool.
I'm dating myself here with that. But, I mean, you talk about some brilliant plays. I came out of there just wide-eyed, just going, man, I didn't know theater could be this good.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count as the Indians scoreless with the Dust Devils. Runner at first base with 1 out. 1-2 pitch to Placencia. Breaking ball over for a called strike 3. Placencia caught looking for the second straight time. Another divine strikeout for McCade Brown, and there's 2 down for the Dust Devils in their half of the 3rd inning. Allison Wilkie from the UPS store joining us here. Proud sponsor of the Spokane Indians. We're glad they're with us. You got a group out here today?
We do. We have a whole bunch of associates from our stores that have joined us today. They love this. They always mark it on the calendar what night is going to be the night out here. So, yeah, there's always a fight to bring friends and stuff for the tickets. It's great.
I was going to say you couldn't pick a more perfect day
to
be out here. This is absolutely a perfect day for baseball. First pitch missing to Ryan Nicholson. 1 ball and no strikes. Nicholson walked his first time up. Fastball just missing from Brown. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. So how well do you know cricket now from your husband?
I do not. And my father-in-law is a very traditional Yorkshireman. He takes his cricket very, very seriously. And we have brought him actually to this ballpark as well. And it was his first baseball game. And he understood it much better than I've ever understood cricket. Cricket is way too complicated.
3-0 now, the count to Nicholson. Runner at first base with 2 out as Brown's 3-0 pitch is popped in the air into shallow right field, and that is skied. Tucker, the second baseman, back. He's under it, camps under it, and makes the catch. As that will do it for the Dust Devils in their half of the 3rd inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left. Well, we want to thank you, Allison, for coming up here.
Yeah, thank you.
Go down and enjoy the game. And, when you learn cricket's rules, please pass them on to me because I'm still learning as well.
Well, thank you for sharing your view up here. It's amazing.
It is. It's a very good office. Allison Wilkie from the UPS store, proud sponsor of the Spokane Indians. When we come back, we'll be in the bottom half of the 3rd. It's Tri-City nothing and the Indians nothing. Top half of the 4th inning, scoreless game between the Indians and the Dust Devils. Ben Goebel will start things off for Tri-City as the heart of the order will face the right-hander McCade Brown. Goebel flew to right on the first pitch he saw back in the 1st inning. Matt Kootenai is on deck, and then Randy DeJesus, 3, 4, and 5 in the Tri-City order. As Brown's first pitch, breaking ball over the inner part of the plate at the mid-thigh level, and it's 0-1. Goebel 6 for 19 in the series. Pitch swung on and missed. Good change there from Brown. He jumps ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Just a slight breeze coming through the ballpark as the temperatures a very nice 75 degrees here in Spokane. Home plate now in shadow as the 0-2 pitch fouled off by Goebel over on the third base side. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The mound rests the field in bright sunlight. See how that affects the hitters here over these next couple of innings as the pitch is low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tough to pick up the ball coming out of bright sunlight into shadow. Any hitter will tell you that. 2-2 pitch, and it's fouled off down the third base side towards the Indians' left field bullpen. Still 2-2 to Ben Goebel. Georgia native out of Cumming, Georgia. Signed as a free agent back in 2022. One of the few guys on the roster was born before 2000. Pitch, breaking ball. Ooh, just misses inside. And that's going to leave it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, it looked like a good pitch there from Brown. Didn't get the call. Payoff delivery, and it's fouled off first base side. And there's where that netting comes in handy. That thing was smoked. That would have gone sailing right into the seats with little reaction time. Instead, hit the netting and then bounced into the stands. 3 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Goebel. Brown readies. 3-2 delivery, swung on and missed. Got Goebel to chase a fastball out of the zone. That another divine strikeout for the right-hander McCade Brown, and there's 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. Matt Kootenai to the plate. He struck out his first time up. 7 strikeouts on the afternoon for the right-hander McCade Brown. Kootenai 3 for 9 in this series with an RBI. Pitch is popped in the air, foul ground, third base side, and into the seats. 0-1 to Kootenai. And the fan making a nice play over there on the third base side and getting well-deserved applause. Oh and 1, the count to the left-handed batting DH Matt Kootenai. Pitch is fouled off again, third base side. Won't be going to the same lucky fan, though, as it's no balls and 2 strikes. Well, if you're looking for a new spot for a happy hour, give Max at Mirabeau a try. Located just off the Sullivan exit. They have 2 daily happy hours and a huge menu to choose from. Next time you think happy hour, think the Max at Mirabeau, defining style, comfort, and service in guest hospitality. No balls, 2 strikes to Kootenai. Nobody on, 1 out. Pitch from Brown, check swing, and fouled straight back past our press box location. Still 0-2 to Kootenai. Randy DeJesus, the right fielder, on deck. Brown, tall right-hander, 6'6". Pitch upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grew up in Illinois, Normal, Illinois, his hometown. Ended up going to Indiana. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. Ooh, just missing the corner. Tried to hit that outer part of the plate, just missed. So 2-2 the count to Kootenai as the breaking ball called strike 3 on the inside corner. A little bit of a hesitation from the home plate umpire, but I think he was processing. That ball came all the way from the outer part of the plate over the inner and rings up Kootenai. Second time he has struck out. 8th strikeout for Brown, and there are 2 up and 2 down for the Dust Devils in their half of the 4th. That pitch had such breaking action on it. Honestly, you could see the wheels turning with the umpires. He was taking it in. As the pitch to DeJesus is a called strike on a fastball, and it's 0-1. DeJesus struck out swinging his first at-bat. That was in a string of 4 straight strikeouts for Brown. Pitch is fouled off in behind home plate into the netting. No balls and 2 strikes, the count. I talked with McCade earlier this year, and he said he was just looking to stay healthy, build up some innings, going to be limited here in the first part of the season, but he's already hit the 5-inning mark as we're now approaching the second month of the season. So that's certainly good news there. And he's been able to go out there consistently, which has also been good news. 0-2 pitch, fastball, low and outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's no question with each outing, he's building more and more confidence mentally in what he's able to throw. He's got some good stuff. 1-2 pitch. That pitch low and outside. Messina doing a nice job to keep that from going to the backstop. As 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 to Jesus. Brown going to breaking stuff here these last 2 pitches with the hard slider. See where he goes now. 2-2 delivery. That fastball just missing outside, and it's full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Brown works that middle of the rubber. Don't see that an awful lot from pitchers anymore as the payoff pitch swung on and missed. Went off speed, and Brown strikes out the side. 3rd straight divine strikeout. 9 Ks on the day for McCade Brown. As we head to the bottom half of the 4th, it's the Indians nothing, Tri-City nothing.
At the UPS store.
Top half of the 5th inning, Indians a 1-0 lead on the home run from Andy Perez in the bottom half of the 4th. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Tri-City against right-hander McCade Brown. Anthony School will lead things off. School struck out his first time up as Brown's first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Outfield shading School towards left center field. 1 ball and no strikes to the center fielder as he pops one straight back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to School. Rio Foster, the left fielder, and then shortstop Errol Vera will follow. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Dust Devils as they pitch to School. Grounded out towards the second baseman, Tevin Tucker. He's got it. Easy toss across to first for out number 1 in the 5th. So 1 up and 1 down for the Dust Devils. Rio Foster, right-handed batting left fielder, struck out his first time up. Brown with 9 strikeouts through 4 1/3. Foster 5 for 13 in the series. Driven in a run, scored 3. 4-hit game last night as the first pitch from Brown is upstairs on a breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. 1 run on 3 hits for the Indians. Zeros on the board for Tri-City as the pitch to Foster. He looks at a breaking ball. It finds its way over, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. McCade Brown out of Indiana. 1-1 pitch. Fastball high. 2 balls and 1 strike. And you can see why the Rockies took him in the 3rd round. I really like his repertoire. He's got a good variety of breaking stuff to go with that fastball as the pitch inside. Three balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting left fielder. 3-1 from Brown and swung on and missed. Went back to that fastball and Foster swung right through it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brown his 5th inning of work, which means he's coming to the end of his limit as activity starts in the Indians bullpen. Payoff pitch right down the heart of the plate, called strike 3. Foster obviously looking for that breaking ball, and he's got his head right in his helmet now as he looked at a fastball right down the middle of Broadway. 10th strikeout for Brown, and there's 2 down here in the 5th. That's when you know a pitcher has got you off balance, that he's got you thinking a little too much in the box. As the pitch to Errol Vera, a breaking ball over for a called strike 1. When you're sitting there watching a fastball go right down the middle of the plate on a 2-strike count, means you're obviously thinking way too much up there. 0-1 pitch, ground ball hit up the middle, and it's off the glove of Tucker and out into center field, and that is the first base hit of the ball game for the Dust Devils. So Vera gets the first hit with 2 out here in the 5th inning. Brings up Peter Burns, who walked his first time up. Braxton Hyde, the right-hander, now throwing for Spokane in the bullpen. Well, congratulations to former Ferris Saxon Andrew Kittredge. Just came off the injured list for the Orioles, and he picks up the win in Game 2 of a doubleheader as the Orioles beat the Red Sox 2-1 at Fenway. Now, Kittredge had a knee injury in spring training, had missed all of this season, just coming back, and gets a win for the Orioles, who desperately needed one. First pitch, a called strike to Peter Burns. It's 0-1 to the left-handed batting catcher. Vera down at first base with 2 out. 0-1 pitch fouled straight back into the screen, and Brown ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. So Kittredge 1-0 on the year. Orioles split the doubleheader with the Red Sox. Lost the first one in 10 innings, 6-5, but they get the 2-1 win in the nightcap. 0-2, the count to Burns. Runner at first with 2 out. Brown, 0-2 pitch, popped in the air, out of play behind home plate. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Lights are on here at Avista Stadium as bright sunlight still covering most of the field. Only home plate in shadow right now. 0-2 the count to the number 9 hitter Burns as Brown's 0-2 pitch, fastball outside, and it's 1-2. Vera just got the Dust Devils' first hit down at first base. 1-0 Indians lead as we're in the top half of the 5th inning. Hyde continues to warm down the bullpen. We'll see him next inning. 1-2 the count. Pitch, breaking ball, blocked there by Messina as the runner Vera having to hold it first. All even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brown looking to finish off Burns, hitting .214 on the year. 1 for 3 against the Indians this season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brown's 2-2 pitch, fastball just missing inside, and it's full at 3-2. So going full, Condon will not cover the runner as Vera will get a head start here on the 3-2 pitch. Brown readies, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Payoff pitch. That one pops straight up in the air, and it's going to hit off the roof of our press box location. There it was. Out straight back. So Brown still full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Vera will take off again here with 2 out. Now Burns asked for time after getting into the box. 1-0 Indians lead. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. 1 on with 2 out. 3-2 the count to Burns. 3-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Brown with a breaking ball, and he gets Burns on strikes. 11th divine strikeout of the afternoon for McCade Brown. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left. We go to our Num Num snack break here at Avista Stadium. Stop by any Num Num location and get yourself a drink, sandwich, fill up at the pump. Go to Num Num, life in the snack lane. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Indians 1, Tri-City 0.